It's definitely a RAM issue. Okay, I think we're back. It's not telling me that I'm live in the corner like it normally does, but I can see that the thing is clearly functioning. Because I'm watching my own stream on the phone. Strange. Alright, well, anyway. Sorry for the delay. Basically what's going on here is... Or am I just rewatching... Why is my top chat just replaying what everybody was saying? Am I actually back? Can you guys tell me if I am? My encoder is not doing me any favors. Okay, we're good. Alright. So, yeah, I was just discussing with my roommate. It's definitely a RAM issue that's going on here. Or that's my best theory anyway. Is that I'm just taxing out the memory of my computer what it can handle. I tried doing a reboot right before I started, but it's always hard to tell right when Heir of Carthage is going to end his streams. So what I was saying I was going to do is basically like the Norscan factions always do in every campaign. I'm going to pick and choose my targets. I'm going to go after the weak ones. And I'm going to try and build up my economy that way, because having an entire peninsula, having an entire part of this great continent is not enough money. It isn't. You saw how long I've taken just trying to get back Zarl encampment.
Overrun the world.
Overrun the world, yes, and do it on somebody else's dime while you're at it. So we colonized Trollheim Mountains. And you know what I noticed? There are no commandments. How much RAM do I have? You know, I don't know off the top of my head.
Chieftain of
but
the tribe.
I'll come back to you guys later once I have that information. Alright, so there's all of my money for this turn. Right now, I'm not worried about how much RAM I have. I'm worried about how much income I have. This is plodding along so slowly. The only option is sailing for loot.
This way.
And, yeah, there's an easy 3K. How about that? And a dragon helm. Perfect. I'll take it. Let's see here. What else is around that I can sail for? Nothing this way. Are you something, or are you just... No, you're just art. There's almost nothing out here. In fact, there is nothing out here. Okay, so you know what? Rather than sail you all this way... Oh my gosh, I always right-click. Disbanded. He got me 3,000, and then he disappeared. Alright. So that leads us to Throg's attempt at making me some money.
Monster horde. Killing at last.
Let's get a battle. I want to fight something. I want to fight something, but I don't want to fight something that badly. They've got the ranged advantage, and they have artillery, and they have walls. How hasty do I feel like being, guys? Because I see this going two ways. I either go into the fight and then the encoder crashes again, or I start building up some start building up some battering rams and things. I'm gonna go the conservative route.
Ambush and freeze.
I'm gonna continue this siege because I feel like what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go into the loading screen for that fight, and then the whole stream is going to die again. So what I'll do is I'm gonna set myself up to where I'm almost ready to fight Fort Stragov, and then I'm going to save it there and end the video there. That way we start the next stream with the battle. I think that's going to be the best way to go, is to start with the battle next time, which means that this time there were no battles. But you know what? I'm not that worried by it, because sometimes that's just what happens in Warhammer, in Total War. Sometimes you just have to do some empire building, and I just gained, I want to say, like 500-600% faction size. It's only been about 2 or 3 turns since then, so got to work on that. So when I look at this information here, when I try and decide where I'm going to spend my money, I focus on low public order first, and I try to find out ways to improve the public order situation, which would be this ruinous altar. If I can turn that around, that'd be great. I can't build anything here, here, or here, and all of these are positive public order. So then the next step, how do I make my rich places richer? Ice Tooth Mountains. Do you get me money? You do. You help in lots of ways. What else do I have? You get me money and replenishment. Or I can, this is the place that's making trolls, so let me look at what I'm building here. I am eventually going to need an offering of war. I'm pretty sure that's the upgrade of this. Yes, it is. Alright, I'm also building marauders and cavalry. So if this is going to be my military development location, I already got the cavalry building chain. I've got that one. Alright, then maybe economy is what I need here. The first dash. +1 public order, more corruption. First dash it is. And then upgrade that port. That's my income for the turn. I kind of hope that they're gonna attack me at Fort Stragov. I'm kind of hoping they're gonna sally out, because you saw that power bar, right? They've got to be tempted. They've got to be thinking about it. Starman says he uses the Warhammer 1 Army Upkeep mod. I know Heir of Carthage really likes that one, but I'm going to be brutally honest for a minute. I never had a problem managing my upkeep in Warhammer 1, so I never bothered with that mod. I mean, as you can see, I spend a lot of time focusing on like the nitty-gritty details of where my money's coming from, balancing out my provinces. I look at every little detail I can before I click that end turn button. So, am I losing my stream again? It's buffering on my phone, but I still have my encoder up. Okay, we're back. You might have experienced a little bit of buffering there, and I apologize, but we're back. My encoder is still up, but so far it's done it on my turn ends. Alright, so let's see if Kislev is going to come out and attack me. I'd love it if they did. Nordland's got some moving to do first. That's okay, you can do that. What I was saying though was about the Army Upkeep mod. I never had any trouble managing my economy in Warhammer 1, so I never bothered with that mod. I just made sure I was playing that balancing act very carefully every turn. I wanted to make sure I was aware of every little detail of every little thing that's going on in my empire before pressing the end turn button. So, yeah, so far so good. Come on, Kislev, bring it. Come on. Oh, they're bringing reinforcements. No, they're not. Are they? Yo, did you... What? That was a full stack. Please tell me you saw that. That was like an army of 2 units. That was that was an Empire general and an Outrider versus a 20 stack of Skaven, and it won. They must have been really hurt. Must have been all like Skaven slaves and all really, really hurt. Whoa. Alright, so at the risk of making sure that my encoder doesn't crash again, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in the save. I'm going to save it right here. And we're going to come back next time. So Starman, I see you asking a lot of questions about what just happened. Did you see what I saw? Did you see that 2 units of Kislev march out to meet that Skaven army near Hell Pit? Because I want to talk about this. That was nuts. Even if all of those Skaven were like really depleted, really hurt, I still think I would have given them the advantage just from sheer force of numbers, right? It's so crazy. Anyway, we'll look into it next time. For now, I did my save. We're going to come back. We're going to do this fight later. I love that they're coming out to fight my army. They're playing into my hands. They have a mobility advantage, and they have a ranged advantage. But, yeah, on the next stream, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with this battle. That way we know that the encoder isn't going to crash on me, alright? So, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out, and I'll see you next time.